Cynthia, this is Keen Adventures, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about our budget in Portugal and how the NHR regime ending may potentially impact how much money we have for living over there. So I've thought about this video for over a week now since the announcement was made that it is going to be coming to an end by the Prime Minister back in early October. And I've been trying to figure out how this might impact us because it will have a significant impact on our income in Portugal, as it'll be taxed at a significantly higher rate potentially than what we had originally thought it was going to be. Our income for Portugal, our budget for Portugal, was based on $5,000 a month to spend over there, and that would include all living, housing expenses that we felt we needed to do to be able to survive over there, live over there the kind of life that we wanted to live. I looked at several different channels when I decided our budget. I watched Track It Down, Monique and her husband, and how much they spent in January of 2023 on all their expenses. I also looked at Expats Everywhere and their 2023 January budget, as well as It'll Be Fun and Alan and his budget for 2023 in January. And I'll link those below in case anyone else wants to take a look. I also did some extra research just to verify that everyone's numbers was kind of in line with what we were expecting to move over to Portugal and what we were expecting to spend in living expenses. And $5,000 seemed to be more than enough money to have the lifestyle we were looking for. I based our budget on spending between 1,000 and 1,500 euros per month on our accommodations over there. This is based on renting a place for the first 12 months and then afterwards potentially purchasing a location. But in order to purchase the location, we really want to sell our house in the United States first. So we want to make sure that we're happy with the location we pick in Portugal and that we have the money to purchase a house. We hope to purchase the house without a mortgage. So we're looking at the first 12 months of living in Portugal right now. And we are budgeting 1,000 to 1,500 a month in rent. In addition to that, based on the information I found, the utilities should run us about $150 a month. Groceries appear to average about $400 a month, and cell phone is about $50 or 50 euros per month. The health insurance will run over there for the private health insurance for both Tim and myself, and I did reach out and get quotes on this based on our age and the type of coverage we are looking for, and it's going to be about $200 a month for the private insurance we were looking for the mid-tier. We will be bringing a car over there. The car will be paid off, but we will need to pay car insurance. I expect this to run about 50 euros a month. In addition to that, we will have some type of renter's insurance that we'll need to take out over there, and I expect this to be about 50 euros a month as well. I know that in several of the different YouTube videos that I watched, that I link below, that on average they were spending about 400 euros a month in eating out, dining out, things of that nature. In addition to that, Tim and I will maintain our life insurance policies in the United States, and that will run about $200 US a month. So total, I expect to spend in Portugal for these items, basic necessities, between $2,500 and $3,000 a month. So that seemed to be more than enough to be able to live the type of lifestyle we wanted to live or hope to live in Portugal. I did account for potentially an extra 10% tax on that, which would be an extra $500 per month, basically to put aside in order to pay for income tax, whether that be US taxes or Portuguese taxes. So that's an extra $500 a month that we would need to put aside. So that brings us up to $3,000 to $3,500 a month in living expenses. That still leaves us quite a bit of money. However, we do expect to travel back and forth to the United States at least once a year and spend some time over there, or spend some time over here. at least once a year for a significant portion of time, probably at least 30 days when we do come over here, because it is expensive to travel back and forth to the United States. I did budget in $500 per month to cover our airfare and our hotel expenses, as well as any rental car expenses when we're back in the United States, so that we can enjoy our time that we spend here as well. So that brings our total up to $3,500 to $4,000 US dollars spent every month. With that being said, there's not a whole lot extra in that point. We're talking about $1,000 to $1,500 left per month, as I won't call it fun money, but potentially money that we may have to spend on other things, extra things that travel during the month, Nala's vet visits, just incidental things that come up that aren't in our steady monthly budget. And if the taxes were to double from the $500 a month that I had budgeted to say now $1,000 a month, that takes our availability of spending down beyond our basic living expenses considerably. It would be considerably lower at that point. So we're talking about only having up to, at the most, if we were to find a lower lease of 1,000 euros a month, potentially having 1,500 available. If we double the amount we owe in taxes, we're only talking about an extra 1,000 a month. However, if we end up that we cannot find a rental for the first 12 months, that is 1,000, and we have to go up to the 1,500, we're only talking about having an extra $500 a month in extra money if we have to put aside $1,000 a month in taxes. And that's significant, only living on an extra $500 a month in so-called fun money or incidental money, or getting your hair cut, or personal items or things of that nature, buying clothing. That should be somehow factored in there. And I don't know if $500 a month is enough to live the type of lifestyle that we are looking to live. And I'm not sure at this point if even putting $1,000 away for potential tax costs in Portugal and the United States combined is enough money to cover any tax liabilities that we have. I have reached out to a couple different law firms and accountants to try to figure this out and determine if the amount that I intend on saving would accommodate the tax liabilities in the United States and Portugal, or if I need to adjust that upward. And if so, how does that impact our budget? Are we still able to retire on the $5,000 US dollars per month? Does that significantly impact our lifestyle? Is it something we still want to consider? We're pretty far along in this process of moving to Portugal. We have our bank account, we have our NIF, we already have our staff appointments set for February. We've already made our FBI appointments to get our fingerprints done in December. We already have our travel arrangements to go look for accommodations in January. So this is something we really want to do, but we need to make sure that we can afford to do this at this point. So I'm waiting for some information back from the accountants or the attorneys that I've reached out to make sure that this is still something we can feasibly do based on that budget, or if I need to adjust the budget, or if we need to wait and maybe make this move later on, or if we need to consider a different location other than Portugal. We really want to move to Portugal. We know it's one of the safest countries in the world. We know the people there are very welcoming. The culture there is amazing. It's something we've been dreaming about for a while, to be able to travel and to experience this. And it's something we want to do together. So it just seems like it's a little heartbreaking to think that it may not be a reality based on this decision to end the NHR. So we're not sure. I just wanted to kind of be upfront with everybody and say we're taking a second look at the budget. We want to make sure that we can do it in the lifestyle that we want to do it. And I'll let you know what we find out. Please leave a comment below if you are also reconsidering your decision, if maybe you have more information on the taxes that we may end up owing in Portugal if we do decide to move over. The $5,000 a month is completely passive income. It's no earned income, so we know that it would have been taxed at the 10% rate. We don't want to take any money out of 401k or anything of that nature at this point, because Tim and I are both too young that at this point it would be something that we would have to pay something we'd have to pay an additional tax liability on, some type of penalty on if we were. So we don't want to touch any of the money that's actually saved for retirement. We just simply want to be able to live on the passive income of $5,000 a month. And I'm just not sure if that's possible. So thanks for listening. Let me know if you have any words of encouragement, and I'll let you know as soon as I find out more. Thanks so much. Bye.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's go.